Hi, I'm Grant Goodeve, traveling around the Pacific Northwest, and today I'm at one of my favorite Washington destinations, Northwest Trek Wildlife Park. This park was born almost 40 years ago due to the generosity of Dr. David Hellier and his wife Connie. Then, Metro Parks Tacoma took this remarkable couple's vision and turned it into reality.
Located just west of Mount Rainier, the park is an easy 75-minute drive from Seattle and open year-round. With over 725 acres of natural habitat divided into free roam and enclosed areas, visitors to the park will get to see some of the marquee species that inhabit the Pacific Northwest in as close to their natural environment as is possible. Bison, elk, caribou, moose, deer, mountain goats, and bighorn sheep can all be seen up close by taking one of the scheduled tram rides through the free roam area. My visit at the height of the summer coincided with the arrival of many new calves and offspring of some of the park's largest inhabitants.
The herd will provide protection over the calves if they were threatened by a predator. In this situation with that calf right there, if I were to walk out to it, it would be Mom who would be first to the rescue. We've got 435 acres, and all the native hoofstock can free range within that boundary, and they can commingle with other species. It's just a challenge to make sure that that they're cared for properly, because they're not in a typical zoo setting where you can get your eyes on them closely every day.
So you have to make sure you don't have someone who might want to eat someone else.
Well, no, we've got nothing but plant eaters out here, and so it's more or less a matter of the larger animals pushing smaller animals off of food, but we do have seasonal conflicts during breeding seasons, to where we have to worry about conflicts between species.
Yeah, and during the breeding season, it's a little like frat party time, right?
Oh yeah.
The guys get crazy?
We make sure they don't drink too much that time.
They don't need to. Their hormones seem to take care of it.
Right.
The self-guided walking tour winds its way around large enclosures that house some of the park's more exotic species, such as wolves, cougars, and these vociferous coyotes. This pair of magnificent brown bear represent the apex predator of temperate North America.
We have a male and a female pair. They are brother and sister, and they're about 21 years old. They've been at the park since they were about 6 months old. And we have about an acre for them to be in sort of a natural habitat.
Brown bears live on average to around 40 years old in captivity, so these siblings have a long life ahead of them. The many trailside encounters along the walking tour allow you up-close viewing and a chance to find out more about the animals' various lifestyles from the park keepers.
Very silently grab that mouse with those talons, lock those talons closed, go right back up to a high perch, and make a meal out of that mouse.
So you think you're pretty agile, and you've got good balance, you don't have any fear of heights, you like a little speed, then we've got a surprise for you right here in the heart of Northwest Trek. It'll get your heart pounding and your adrenaline pumping, and we're going to take a little ride on Zip Wild.
Zip lines allow you to experience the forest from a unique perspective, that of a bird flying through the treetops.
When you get up there, it's a lot different than here. You can be up to 60 feet off the ground, so it's really important you pay close attention. So I'm going to teach you is very important to know. Okay.
Before you can tackle the many lines and obstacle courses at Zip Wild, you go through their version of boot camp to make sure you're up to the challenge.
I didn't have to go back. Wait a minute. Whoa. Hey, wait. Where are those little metal posts? It was so easy to put my feet on. Now you got these funny little creepy things that look like tribbles. Okay.
I was half expecting them to break out the live ammunition to keep me on my toes.
Not bad for 87.
Six zip lines allow you to fly around 33 feet per second and around 60 feet above the ground. There are suspension bridges and cargo net challenges to further test your ability to join your local high wire circus act.
Trek has always been a very passive experience, and so
Right.
we were really looking for something that could use a part of the park that very few people actually utilize, but still kind of stay within that rustic outdoor adventure type theme. This just seemed to be the perfect match for it. It not only uses our nature trail system, which is about 7 miles worth of nature trails out here, but it uses a part of the forest that essentially never gets used, which is the canopy. So we look at it as renting the air.
What visitors can use this?
This course here is open to anybody 10 years and older. We have had 10-year-olds, and our oldest participant was 75. She
Yes.
just did it last week.
And you do this every morning before work?
I would love to do it every morning before work, but I do it most mornings before work. I've really
Oh, you really do?
I've really become addicted to this course. I love it. I think since we've opened 2.5 weeks ago, I've done it 16 times.
That is awesome. That's great. Well,
Yeah.
that says it all.
Yeah, it really does take you out of your comfort zone, and it's an exhilarating way to start the day.
Right. And I'm just sorry I wasn't here to try the extreme one this week.
Well, you can come back.
Yeah, I'll be back. You bet. You remember that.
I will. We'll hold you to
They're
it.
laughing already. It's always good to hear success stories in the area of wildlife conservation. And here at Northwest Trek, the Oregon Spotted Frog and Western Toad conservation programs are certainly just that.
Oregon Spotted Frog program, we've been doing that since 2008. And basically what we do is we raise these frogs from egg up until frog stage. Basically why we do this is because frogs are an environmental indicator, a bioindicator. And if there's anything wrong with our environment and the ponds and the water systems, these guys are going to show it. So that's really important, and they're kind of a bottom of the food chain. So if you have problems with these guys, it could, compound into the birds and to the other species that also feed off these guys and their tadpoles or whatever else might eat them.
Ending on that optimistic note, we hope that you enjoyed this brief look at Northwest Trek and can pay a visit yourself sometime soon.
Thanks for joining us today, and I'll see you around the Pacific Northwest.